In this video, I'm going to break down the exact content strategy of William Brown that makes him $500,000 per month without using any ads and purely from YouTube. In this video, I'll show you how Will stands out in the most saturated niche without editing his videos, how he makes over $500,000 per month without spending a single dollar on ad, and how you can just copy his $500,000 system inside your business starting today without ads or a huge team. So this is the entire strategy that he used, and you can just copy that. So he got a following on YouTube and he has almost 83,000 subscribers, and he basically makes three type of content. So we'll start off with the first type of content, which is authority content. So this is the top of funnel content which attracts him a lot of eyeballs, and it just gets him a lot of views. So these videos like how I made 16 million, so you can just copy me, how I sold my company to a private equity, or how I made half a million from YouTube in 30 days. So these videos get a lot of views, and they just shout one thing, and that is proof. It positions him as somebody who knows his thing, as somebody who has accomplished something, and somebody who is compatible and is doing what he's talking about. So this gets him a lot of views, and this is the authority content. Basically just making content on the proof that you have, on the things that you have achieved and the things that you have done. Then he makes second type of content, which is system or problem breakdown content. So basically what he do is he pick one problem that his ideal customer face, and he break that down in his videos, either on a miro board, or just in a whiteboard, or just in a talking head style. So the videos like how I made 450K per month with a team of 7, no paid ads, profit margin of 83%. So you see these language, like this language is very business oriented, like only the coaches and creators and the agency owners care about the profit margins and a team of 7. And a regular viewer who is just watching YouTube for the entertainment purpose is not gonna click on this, right? So he make these videos, and this is the middle of funnel content, right? It attracts his ICP because they are searching for these problems, and he make that solution. And the thing is that it just get less views. Okay, you see, in the top of funnel he's getting almost $200,000 views, right? 100K views, 22,000 views. And in the middle of funnel there is a big decrement in the views. So he's getting 15K views, 11K, 8K, 8K, 7K. So he just went from 100K to 15K, 11K, 8K. So these are the videos that are only being watched by his ideal customers, and it's getting him booked calls. These are getting him booked calls as well, but this is mainly to drive traffic to his channel, and this is to actually convert people and to actually solve the problems of the customer. So then he makes the case studies and mastermind content. Basically he would just share the story of one of his customer or one of his client that he has worked with, and he would just post it on YouTube, or he would share the exact recording that he has, or he has a mastermind and he would just share that recording, and he would position and package it as a very valuable content. So like $200,000 of value in 52 minutes, right? I usually charge $10,000 for this, but you can just have it for free. So you see, he packaged that stuff in a premium style, and he makes sure that viewers uh, click on it because they can think that they are missing something, right? It's something premium in front of them, and it's basically the bottom of funnel content. And this is the type of content that converts the normal viewer, which is his ideal client who's just watching him on a consistent basis, into book calls. and it usually is getting again less views. Like some of his videos are like outliers, but mostly they just don't go over 10 to 15K mark, and that's pretty much it. And this is the like three type of mainly content he makes: authority content, system and problem breakdown, and case studies and mastermind recordings. Then he makes another type of content which is a beginner oriented content, right? So a lot of the people on YouTube space wanna just make $10,000, right? They just wanna make their first few bucks, and he specifically target that market as well. So he would make videos like how I would make $10,000 a month ASAP if I had to start again. Fastest way to get $3,000 or $5,000 in your bank account ASAP. So you see, all of these videos are targeting this one market, which is people who wanna make 10K, and he does that, and he just do it in such a way that mostly all of his the earlier videos are like outliers, and they are performing great. And yes, this content basically covers the majority of the market, which is beginners, and it builds the long term trust. So authority content and the system content and the mastermind content basically get him whale clients for his high ticket offer, right? This is the main three type of content he makes. And let me just show you how you can just copy his proven strategy in your business in just three simple steps. So step one is understanding your customer better than them. So what you have to do is you have to figure out their exact fears, pains, desires, dreams, problems, beliefs, doubts, and objections. This is literally the 90% of the work, because if you know their fears, their deep pains, their desires, dreams, you can just use that in the content, and you can help them visualize that how their life would be if they have achieved their dream goals, or if they have overcome their biggest pain, right? So what you have to do is you have to do market research, ask ChatGPT whatever you want to do, but have a list of all the fears, pains, desires, beliefs, problems, beliefs, doubts, objections, so that you can actually start using that in your content. And this is literally like the most of the work. Once you have that list, step two is build proof and build the content pillars. So you have to ask yourself, what is the biggest achievement you can just claim in your industry that you have achieved, right? So I'm talking about the proof that you can shout in each of the video. So for Alex Ramosi, he made 100 million, failed 9 businesses, and learned everything the hard way. For Charlie Morgan, he made 40 million, quitting college, addictions, and with hard work. For William, he built and sold his $60 million e-learning company. And what you have to do is you have to summarize your life story in one line, so it can shout the proof. And I know you have the understanding of what I'm actually trying to convey. So that's pretty much it. You have to actually just write one line of the proof that you can shout in the content. So you can just shout it in the intro, you can shout it in the thumbnail, in the title, wherever you can just use that proof, because that proof is going to help you stand out in the market. Then we have the first type of content, which is authority content, which is a top of funnel content. So start making content with a proof, short proof in the intro, titles, and everywhere you can. So example can be, I made $40 million selling info products. Here's how you can do the same. Or how I went from broke addict to millionaire at 24 without a degree. TLDR is make proof your edge and stand out while being authentic. And this is exactly how Bill stands out. He don't use fancy cameras, he don't use some huge team. He just use his proof, and he stands out. Once you have this thing dialed in, once you start shouting your proof, we can move on to the second type of content, which is system and problem breakdown, which is middle of funnel content. So if you have done the market research, you would know the exact pain problems of the customers, right? Not just generic problems like low leads or few clients, but you would know the micro problems that your customers face, right? Like increasing sales conversion rate, or increasing booking rate, or crafting a grand slam offer, or just scaling after $100,000 per month. So On YouTube, barely anyone makes content for these micro problems, and if you do, you can actually stand out in the market, because these are the micro problems that nobody ever even talks about, and or only just few people are just making content about. And when you do that, you stand out in the market. So what you do is make a list of all the micro problems your customer face and turn them into video ideas. And that's your second type of content. And the third type of content is basically the bottom of funnel, which is case studies. So if you already have clients who are getting great results working with you, start hopping on calls and conduct a quick interview and conduct their experience. Ask questions about their experience working with you. Start by asking the before state, so how they were performing in the business before starting working with you, how they were doing in their life before working with you, and what is the massive change that you have brought, and how they are doing now. So what do? You take them on a journey from before the struggle and the after throughout the call. So the Zoom call or the interview that you are gonna conduct can build a proof in the YouTube space when you post it, right? And you have to let them sell your products by praising about you. You don't have to talk about it. They have to sell you. You have to sell your product by just talking about it, because this builds trust and positions you as a stop, as somebody who's like stuff works. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Authority content, system and problem breakdown, and the case studies content. If you do that and you combine that with proof, you can pretty much you have a six-figure content strategy dialed in. And the step three is crank up the volume. So once you have your content pillars selected, it's time to post and start making content. You just start with one video per week and go up to two videos. You don't need a huge team or expensive cameras. Keep it raw, keep it real, and just keep it authentic. Do consistent posting for 180 days at least before switching anything or giving up. Because once you have this content strategy dialed in, all you need is volume. You just need volume, and you just need to keep improving based on the feedback that you get from the market. So if one title works for you, do that more. Or if one thumbnail works for you, do that more. Or if some specific kind of intro get you more views, do that more. You take that feedback and you repeat the positive feedback cycles again and again. So you can just easily like start getting booked calls in 180 days. And this is the entire content strategy of William Brown. If you're a coach or consultant, or you're a creator and you want me to break down your entire offer, you want me to help you scale your entire coaching offer purely from YouTube without using any ads or any funnels, complex funnels, just book the first call. Click the link in the blog to book a call with me. God bless.